think you guys probably know why I got a big smile on my face, but before we do so and delve into the video, greetings to you all. I hope you're good. Man, I can honestly say that I've had one of the best days, well, I would say week to be precise, in a while. And I can honestly say that it was mostly down to, you know, having a link up with Undisputed SCI themselves. And what a day it was. The hospitality was amazing. I went down there with a couple of friends, and the hospitality, as I said, was insane. So shouts out to the whole team. And there is a vlog coming. It's currently in the editing process. After this video, it will be released, hopefully some point this week, just to keep you guys updated. And I've been giving out a couple of teasers, so if you've not checked them out, you know, go check them out, man. Show some love, and it will be well worth the wait, honestly. But we got a lot to talk about in this video. We do have a lot to talk about, so guys, sit back, relax, grab yourself some popcorn, get yourself some water and stuff, because we're here to speak about it. Let's go, let's delve into it. Right, the main thing that we're going to speak about, guys, is this current update. And to my knowledge, I've seen more positive than negative. But obviously, you've got that section that will always be negative. And they've got their sayings. I'm not going against that at all. You know, there's going to be a lot of people just will not like the game ever again at all. And yeah, so let's delve into it. So I'm going to share my thoughts. I want you guys to agree. If you don't agree, then that's cool. But just still comment, because, you know, my channel is always about engaging with the community. So we're going to start off with the positives, and then we're going to move on to the constructive feedback. I'm not going to label it as negativity, because I'm not a negative person. We must obviously say it in a way where the game can enhance itself, and that's by feeding it to the devs and the people that are in charge themselves. So yeah, let's start off with the positives. This is going to be the #1 thing, and I'm going to state it. The punch tracking has definitely improved. I don't know how people are not seeing this. It might not be their cup of tea. Don't get me wrong, there is a few things, and we're going to get to that, on the reasons why it probably not feel like there's an improvement, but there's definitely an improvement. And the reason why I can say this is because I'm now being a variety of fighters, and they're fighting better, and that's because they are connecting with their punches. And we've got videos, we've got myself, obviously, in my previous video as well. There's proof. There's definitely proof, and that's what you need to obviously see. And I'm really happy with that. Can the punch tracking be better? Yeah, of course. Maybe down the line it will, but there's definitely been an upgrade to the punch tracking. Also, the gameplay as well. Overall, it does feel better. And as I said, I'm allowing myself to pick a variety of fighters, and they feel pretty good. Another thing that's really good in the game as well is the power punch hit confirmation system, which they did brought an update regarding this. And what that means is the power punches, you know, can't be thrown recklessly and without you getting tired. And there's obviously a risk behind it, which allows you to obviously throw more counter punching. And I think that's a big thing for me, because I am a counter puncher, and it's very rewarding, especially with the counter punches on this game as well. So that's another thing I'm going to say that was I wouldn't say huge improvement, but you can obviously, you know, see where I'm coming from. Flash KOs, this went before. It should have stayed, to be honest. It should have stayed, but I'm very happy that it's back into the game. But there's kind of like a little twist to it. You know, it more happens when the player has ran out of stamina, which is realistic, and they're more vulnerable to obviously get knocked out. I really enjoy that. I think that was a perfect thing to do, and fantastic. Also, the speed of the fighters as well. Benavidez himself, in my opinion, who has the biggest improvement in terms of speed, has been a massive difference. I feel like his fighting style has changed as well. You know, he's more of a brawler, in my opinion, on the game. You know, a lot of people do use him a bit different. It depends how you use him. Well, I like to use him in loose and push forward, and he feels incredible. I'm not gonna lie, I was struggling a bit when he first got released. I just felt like he was just some ordinary fighter. You know, not the best. He weren't like unplayable. A lot of people saying he was unplayable. I feel like he was, but he feels much better now. And one of the best things I've realized on this update as well is the catch and shoot. I don't know if people are seeing the catch and shoot, and what that basically means is, you know, you blocking a form of punch, and then you straight away hit him back. Keep an eye on this because it's definitely an enhancement. Right guys, so this section here is obviously the constructive feedback, and I know a lot of you guys will probably relate, and this is from my experience and what I've experienced. So the first one is the flat foot jab. This is way too effective at the moment. It's way more effective than the stepping in jab, which is pretty much unrealistic. And fortunately, I've got a video on this. So as you can see in the video, I feel like the flat foot jab is always on point, which diminishes the speed of many boxers in this game, such as like Roy Jones, Khan. So if you are playing with them fighters, you will have trouble in this update unless you're just super quick. I've had a lot of issues because when this happens, the flat foot jab, you cannot, it's like you're disabled. You can't follow up with any combinations or move out or anything like that. And I felt like this was more or less an issue, you know, because I'm a type of fighter, I like to punch and evade like really quick. So am I going to classify this as a issue? It can be. It depends who the fighter is. It depends who you are playing against. You know, it can come down to many things. So let me know if you guys have experienced this. As I said, I've shown you a video on what is actually happening, and this is what's been happening with me. And I know for a fact that I am timing these you know, counter punches, or I don't know if you can call them counter punches, because all you have to do is press the square button and it works. Right, hear me out. This has been an ongoing thing, and I feel like it is probably the biggest problem right now, and that is the desync. In my opinion, I feel like if this disappears, this game, boxing game, will be where it needs to be in terms of satisfying a large amount of people. Because one thing I've realized is, in terms of the complaints, people have complained about desync, and I'm not gonna lie, it has affected me recently a lot, because I am going into games where, you know, I'm coming across people that have poor connections, you know, and once you have poor connections, a lot of things go wrong. I feel like once that is fixed, I don't know how they're going to fix it. If they are going to fix it, it'll be a great thing to obviously fix. And this is obviously currently on board because I've said this. Then I feel like the Undisputed are going to be in a way bigger position than they are now in terms of the game. It'll be more liked from the community, in my opinion. The guys that do not currently like the game will have a change of mind. Right guys, shouts out to EyeGameYouWatch, because I fully agree with him in this video, and something needs to be done. Before we even play this little clip of what he stated about Sergio Martinez, in my opinion, if you are a Sergio Martinez fighter, I'm definitely not going to take you serious. He is definitely broken. Ain't no doubts about it. The thing is, I don't mind, because we all know he's a southpaw fighter, and we've had southpaw issues for a while, and for some reason his southpaw mechanics are insane. I don't mind him being like that. I'm not here to be complaining. I'm here to state facts, and EyeGameYouWatch is stating facts. So, you know, people are always saying us content creators, just in general, are moaning. It's nothing to do with moaning. It's about fixing what's supposed to be right, you know. And Sergio Martinez is definitely broken in this game. I don't mind how he is. What it is I'm trying my best to dodge his punches and stuff like that. It's just not working. I don't care if he was, you know, a 99 overall, you know, fighter, and I'm, you know, somebody else that's just below. But all I want to do is obviously block his shots, at least. But you can't. You cannot do this in this game. And I'm just going to play this little small clip from EyeGameYouWatch, and he obviously shows a clip as well.
I do not understand how Sergio Martinez,
look at that,
can throw power punches.
It's insane. Look at that.
Over and over
There's
again.
no way that's
with lightning speed.
I'm sorry, but if you are getting down like that, then you have no respect for me. You know, and as many people are doing that currently on the game, and also trying to be other fighters and switch southpaw because they know it's an advantage. And if you are doing that to get your wins, then wow, you gotta have a reality check. You know, because a lot of people then come down to, oh, is it a skill issue, this and that. Not towards me, because I know I definitely don't have a skill issue. I've always stated I'm one of the best fighters on this game, one of the players on this game, hands down. You can ask the best of the best. I've played majority of the best that have played this game, and you can ask them. But I'm not here to obviously brag about that at all. I'm just saying, because a lot of people like to go to a skill issue, and I actually do believe a lot of people have a skill issue due to the fact that the ones, you know, who are moaning about the game, I believe them people could potentially have a skill issue because they're not trying to learn the concept of the game. The game itself, it requires strategy. It requires to learn certain mechanics and requires to, you know, focus on a lot of things, not just to pick up a joypad and, you know, button mash and stuff like that. Like, them days are gone. We are playing a boxing game, and I know it's not going always accordingly how you want it, but if you have a strategy and learn how to obviously beat a opponent, because you can do many things. You could tire out your opponent and go from there, you know, because the fighters do get tired. They do get tired. You can counter punch really well on this game. So there's a lot of ways that you can enhance your game on this game. So just please take that into consideration. As a conclusion, I did express myself with regards to my last video that I was happy with the update, and there's obviously more to come. Despite the constructive feedback, which every game should have in order to obviously improve, we got to see the positives that Undisputed, to be precise, are doing. They are making changes. They are listening to fans, and that was a reassurance from the CEO himself, you know, when I actually went down, and it's true. They are listening. I'm going to try my best to obviously keep feeding back to the team themselves. They're a fantastic team. I do believe in them for sure, and they will obviously get the job done in the end. And what I mean by that is to satisfy majority of the people that currently play the game, you know, because I feel like at the moment, you know, it has its ups and downs, which we all know, but it can get there, because let's be honest, this is the current boxing game, active boxing game at the moment. I don't get why so many people discredit this game. Like, it's insane to the point where it leads to toxicity, you know, and I'm so glad I did not build a community like that. If you are in them type of communities, then you should get out. I feel like a lot of people are in the community and manipulating a lot of people to think that, you know, just make them to think different things, you know, and say bad things. Just realize who you are and realize that having constructive feedback can be the key in order to fix this game. Let's come together as a community, which is the most important. If you're not with that, then don't even comment. There's no point. You'd be wasting your time. But I'm all about getting together, trying to fix this game. It's like a reward, you know, once the game's obviously completed. And to my knowledge, I don't think this game's ever going to be completed. I feel like there's always a room for improvement for every game. But in order to make these changes, we got to come together. And as I said, I'm happy with this update, and I'm so optimistic on what's actually going to come in the future. But guys, appreciate you all reaching this far. If you've not subscribed, what are you waiting for? I do appreciate you all. Peace.